down to two teams in the 2025 Division I NCAA college baseball season, and it's the LSU Tigers, the powerhouse, and Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina won it all in 2016. LSU won it all in 2023. These two teams have been unstoppable. They're both undefeated so far in the College World Series, and they will be meeting up this weekend, and it's going to be a best of three. They haven't lost, so they still both need to lose twice to be eliminated, meaning we're going to get essentially a best out of three this weekend. But before previewing that matchup and giving a prediction, I got to quickly recap the last game LSU won to get to this point against Arkansas, because it was an absolute thriller. They took out UCLA 9-5 on Monday, but yesterday against Arkansas, the second time, they had beat them 4-1 in the opener, but they were taking them on again yesterday. Zach Cohen took the mound for LSU. He threw 5 1/3. He allowed just 1 run, struck out 6, and it was Landon Beidelshees for Arkansas, who was also very solid through 5 innings. Scoreless 5 innings. Had 9 strikeouts, and it was 1-0. That only 1 run had been scored. It was in the 4th inning when Ryder Helfrich connected with a big fly to make it 1-0 Razorbacks.
Ryder Helfrich gets into one to center field. Oh, it's over the wall and a home run as Ryder rides one out.
But in the bottom of the 6th inning, still facing Beidelshees, who gives up a double to Ethan Fry and then hits a batter, and so they make a pitching change. Gabe Gackle comes in the game, got a couple quick outs, and then after intentionally walking Pearson up to the plate as a pinch hitter, stepped Jake Brown.
The sophomore sends this one to left center. It looks like it's going to get down, and it does. It brings in Fry and Milam, and the pinch hitter, Jake Brown, delivers.
That put the Tigers up 2-1, but in the 8th, after a couple base hits and a hit by pitch, the Razorbacks loaded the bases. They were able to retake the lead on a ground ball to third. Then there was an errant throw from first base. It ended up being 3-2 Arkansas until Jared Jones stepped up to the plate in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Swing and a drive, right field and deep. Going back is Thomas Jr. We are tied! Jared Jones jumps the fence. And we are knotted up here at Omaha in the bottom of the 8th.
Unfortunately for LSU, Arkansas was not done. They rallied again in the top of the 9th. Justin Thomas Jr. had a big hit, bringing in a couple runs. Arkansas was in a position to take this game. They had it. Cole Gibler was coming in the 9th. This dude is one of the best strikeout pitchers in the country. He averaged 17 and a half strikeouts per 9 innings this season out of the bullpen. He struck out the first Tiger batter he faced, but then Curiel gets on base, picks up a hit, gets to second on an error, a walk to Fry, and then they pick up a second out. Arkansas does on a fielder's choice. And with 1 out to go, up to the plate stepped Luis Hernandez.
This ball is hooked to left field and a bad read. It goes off of the left fielder's head, Davalan. Both runs are going to come in, and we are tied again. Oh my goodness, he slipped and it looked like it went right off of his body, and we are tied at 5. Have you ever in your life? Oh my Lord.
But it wouldn't stay tied for long. Jared Jones, one of the biggest bats in this lineup, facing Aiden Jimenez, who is now on the mound, and Jones walked it off.
As you can see him there in the foreground, he is the winning run. He does get one to hit. It's off the glove of the second baseman, and here comes Hernandez. LSU is on to the finals. They pitched to Jones, and it bounced off the glove of Cam Kojal, and the Tigers are going back to the finals.
And they'll be facing, of course, like I said, Coastal Carolina, a team that just keeps on rolling. They didn't have so much dramatics in their game. They just went ahead and whooped ass against Louisville. 11-3 the final. They just attack like always, single after single after single, a few timely extra base hits, but not a lot of home runs. Just base hit after base hit, a stolen base, sack, bunt, base hit, runs. And Also, some solid pitching from Riley Eichhoff. He got into the 6th, walked just one batter, allowed 3 runs, and the bullpen shut down the Cardinals. Also, shout out to Colby Thorndike, 3 for 4 with a double, and I think 4 or 5 RBIs. Despite what the odds are saying, there's no way LSU is going to go into this series underestimating Coastal Carolina, because this team is legit. I see people hyping them up as some kind of a Cinderella story. Complete BS. Ridiculous. This is one of the best teams in the country. They're always in the 64-team tournament pretty much every year. They won it all in 2016. They proved themselves then, and I know it's a totally different team now because that's been almost 10 years, so I get that, but the program is the same. They're just dominant.
This is no Cinderella. I want to make sure that's known. This is no Cinderella. Coastal Carolina, the past century, only 8 teams have been to the regionals more times than us. During that same time period, we've got the 6th best winning percentage, the 9th most wins. This is not a Cinderella story. We're one of the premier, most successful college baseball programs in the entire country, and our Hall of Fame coach retired last year, and he left a foundation for this team and this program to remain successful and to remain one of the premier college baseball programs in the country for the years to come.
They are a legit threat to do it again this year and win it all. Just because they're not a Power 5 team or an SEC team, people want to put them down or call them some kind of a Cinderella story. Total crap. This team is legit, and if LSU thinks they're a Cinderella story and underestimates this team, they're going to get their asses kicked. So I don't think they're going to do that. The odds makers are favoring LSU, no surprise at all. But I think this is going to go 3 games. Each team has to still lose twice to get eliminated, so it's essentially a best of 3. Game 1 will be on Saturday, Game 2 on Sunday, and if necessary, Game 3 on Monday. And LSU, of course, they have the arms. Cade Anderson, he threw 7 innings last Saturday against Arkansas, allowing just 1 run on 3 hits. The bullpen did the rest. And he's 11-1 this season. And of course, Anthony Ensign for Sunday's game, I'm guessing he's 11-1, 2.92 ERA, one of the best 1-2 combos in all of college baseball. Like I said, the bullpen is stacked with weapons as well. Coastal Carolina's pitching, I don't think it's quite as deep. They have Riley Eichhoff, I mentioned, but they do have one arm, Jacob Morrison, who absolutely dominated this season. 12-0, 2.08 ERA. He took out the very powerful Oregon State, got it to the 8th inning, didn't walk a single batter, allowed just 1 run. He hits his spots, and he's absolutely filthy. Jacob Morrison's going to be tough. I like LSU's depth a little more on the mound, but I still don't know if it's enough to hold back this relentless Coastal Carolina lineup. They are averaging 8 runs per game so far in the College World Series. They are amazing at producing runs. Like I said, not a lot of home runs, but quality at bats. They work walks. They get hit if they need to. They steal bases. They manufacture runs. And LSU can score runs too. And they can do it that way, but they have a little more power. They got Jared Jones. They got Ethan Fry, Daniel Dickinson, just bats. And they've averaged 6 runs per game themselves during this College World Series. And before that, if you remember, against West Virginia, they scored 28 runs in 2 games against a pretty good West Virginia team. So in other words, this is going to be an explosive matchup. I'll be rooting for the Tigers. Clearly, I'm a fan, but I'm also not going to say they're going to roll over Coastal Carolina. I'd be very surprised. I think they can pull it off. I think LSU can win it in 3. I see Coastal Carolina winning at least 1 game, probably the one Jacob Morrison starts. But I'll take LSU in 3, but it's not a confident prediction. This is going to be tough for both teams. It's an amazing matchup. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. What a fantastic season and a crazy ride it's been. LSU against Coastal Carolina. It's on like Donkey Kong. I got LSU in 3, but I wouldn't bet on it, and I'm not going to bet on it. You guys have a great day. Let me know your thoughts in that comment section down below. Who you got? Who's taking it? The Tigers or the Chants? Let me know down below.